What's going on, country man? You already know who it is, man. It's your boy, Marak. Be sure to hit that like button. Be sure to hit that subscribe button as well. We have a huge fight that's coming in November, man. And I don't even think it gets any bigger than this right now, okay? This right here is what you call legendary. All right, this is huge. I wasn't expecting this, man. You know what I mean? Gervonta Davis versus Jake Paul. What are we gonna do with this, chat? This is huge. This is very historic. Both of these guys are great fighters. Jake Paul, he just kind of came to the boxing land and just started landing. You know what I mean? I mean, of course, he's had a couple struggles, but at the same time, he can go pound for pound with the greats, right? We've seen what Jake Paul has done. We've seen the work that he's been putting in. We've seen, him sit up there and work his way to the top. And honestly, it looked like what was just a guy, just trying some shit for cloud and things of that nature to now this guy is actually respected as a boxer. Okay, especially after sitting up there fighting Mike Tyson, which he got that dub very easily. I mean, first of all, it's Mike Tyson, with his old age. So, you know, it was just kind of like, it really to me wasn't that big of a deal. Okay. I was expecting Mike Tyson to get knocked out if you just want to keep it all the way a stack, but that's a whole nother story. This right here is going to be huge. And I think that one of the reasons of why Gervonta Davis wants to fight Jake Paul is because of what transpired, with Tyson. You know, I feel like if Tyson would have sat up there, man, and won that, then it would have been cool. But after this, you know, Gervonta Davis ended up saying something to Jake Paul about basically fighting. I mean, it's like he shot a slug at him and things like that. And so at this point, this is what the fuck we have, bro. Okay. This is what we got. November the 15th. It's going to be going down in Atlanta. Um, I gotta get in the comment section, bro, and let me know what y'all think about this. I can tell you who I think is gonna win, but y'all would just say that y'all already knew I was gonna say that. I think Gervonta Davis is gonna sit up there and win. Matter of fact, y'all get in the comment section. Y'all let me know, man. Who do y'all think is gonna win this fight, bro? This is huge, bro. I think Gervonta Davis is going to win. Um, but before I go all the way into who I think is gonna win and all that type of stuff, I will say that a lot of people was expecting Gervonta Davis to get in the ring with Lamont Roach, bro. They wanted him to sit up there, man, and finish that. A lot of guys is really not really respecting this because they're saying that at this point he's running. Okay, that's just what they saying, bro. He's saying pro running, and that's not something that I would want on my name, bro. Like dead ass. I wouldn't want niggas saying that I'm running. Let's see. Hold on, man. They saying that Tank is ducking. He's doing shit like this. Tank ducking. Come on, man. This is just what Lamont Roach said. He said that, Tank is ducking. And at this point, he has a reason to say that. Okay? Like he can say that, bro. Like dead ass. He can say that Tank is ducking. He can say that. And that's what I'll give him. And the reason why is because Tank didn't pick up that particular fight. So you got to respect him. He said that Tank ducking. I don't know what y'all want to do with this, bro. I really don't. I gotta let me know, man. What the hell y'all think about this shit? Do I think he ducking? I don't know, man. I really just don't know. That's a good one. That's a real good one. I'll say that I don't think that he's ducking, but I just think that he needs to get in the ring with somebody else, and he needs to get going because Lamont Roach came out like really, you know, I ain't gonna lie, bro. He kind of stuck up there with Gervonta Davis, and people really wasn't expecting that. But this is what happened whenever you sit up there and you fight black fighters. You know what I mean? Whenever you sit up there and you fight black fighters, bro, you gonna run into some shit. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro, because that's just what it is when you fight niggas. When niggas fight, bro, it's a real dog fight. Um, One thing about Floyd Mayweather, I respect him, but he didn't really fight black fighters like that. You know, just dead ass. I definitely respect. Let me pull bro up real fast, man. You know, I just want to make sure that people is on the screen. I definitely respect Floyd Mayweather, but he never did fight any black fighters like that. And whenever he did fight black fighters like that, you know what I'm saying? They hung with his ass. He ended up getting, I wouldn't say he got dropped, but he did drop, if I'm not mistaken, by, a black fighter, bro. Whenever you fight a black fighter, you going to go through some shit. And that's pretty much, what transpired with Gervonta Davis, bro. You know what I'm saying? He fought a black fighter and, you know, he ran into some shit. But the good thing about it is that, he didn't really take an L. Okay. I feel like the only way that he would take an L is if he does not fight him at all. But to say that he's ducking, because that's just, what Lamont Roche said. He said he ducking. I think that that's kind of, he just doing a little troll. But I just look at it as, a quick matchup, something to get in the ring and, and do. But I don't know if Gervonta is going to even go to that fight with Lamont, man. I'm not going to lie to you. If he does, I feel like this would be practice, right? I feel like this would be practice. But at the same time, I feel like if I am Gervonta Davis, I might retire, after this particular fight. And the reason why is because that sack is huge. Like, this is a huge sack, right? He's really getting paid on this. Both of these guys is about to get fucking paid, right? So if I'm Gervonta Davis, bro, this is enough for me to sit up there and actually retire, get the fuck up out of the sport, because he's been, making claims saying that he's done and that he's about to retire. Basically, he doesn't want to do this shit no more. And I feel like, he got the big fight, and there's really no bigger fight than this. There's just no bigger fight than this, bro. At first, people were saying him and Haney, but when Haney got dropped, then niggas wasn't saying that shit no more. So this right here is actually the biggest fight. There's actually no bigger fight that Gervonta can get unless it's somebody like a Bud. You know what I'm saying? And a whole lot of y'all are saying that that's not gonna ever happen. So this is the biggest fight. If I'm him, I'll take my motherfucking cash and then I'll say fuck boxing. You know what I mean? I'd get the hell up out of boxing, bro. Dead ass. That's just what I would do if I'm Gervonta Davis, bro. But y'all get in the comment section and y'all let me know, man, what do y'all think is going to happen? Do you think that Gervonta Davis is going to get knocked out by Jake Paul? Let me know right now. Get in the comment section, bro. You got to get in the comment section with this. Or do you think that Gervonta Davis is going to sit up there and knock Jake Paul out? I feel like we're going to get that knockout by, Gervonta, bro. I think that he's going to redeem himself with Jake Paul, and I feel like he is going to let Jake Paul have it. That's just what I think. And then after that, I believe that he will be announcing his retirement. Lamont Roach, bro, that shit is dead. I don't think that he's going to get out there, with him. I think that this is just going to be him saying that, hey, I did, fight black fighters. You know what I'm saying? Your greats didn't really, well, actually, your greats did fight them, but Floyd didn't really fight black fighters. You know what I mean? He got out there with some black fighters, and that's just what it is. But I don't know if he's going to get that with Lamont Roach, man. I think that we should just dead that right now because, what's a Lamont Roach to a Jake Paul? This is the biggest fight. If I'm him, I'm done with this. Unless Floyd Mayweather want to sit up there and get out there. If Floyd Mayweather don't want to get up out there, then, what I'm saying, we done with boxing. But y'all get in the comment section, man. That's just my take on this. Barack, I'm out.